He's reported from the war zone in Iraq, sat down for an exclusive interview with the President of the United States, but nothing could prepare Bret Baier for his greatest challenge yet, and that was the birth of his son.
Next on Special Report, fireworks on Memorial Day. North Korea detonated
Fox News Channel's Special Report anchor Bret Baier was at the height of his career as the chief White House correspondent. He and his wife Amy had just given birth to Paul, a beautiful baby boy, and could not have been happier. The day after the birth, while surrounded by family, a nurse noticed Paul turning pale. He was immediately whisked away for testing. Bret and Amy soon found out Paul's condition, a hole in the heart, and 4 other congenital heart defects, including his blood running the wrong way. It was a life or death situation. Paul endured critical open heart surgery on his tiny heart 12 days after birth. He fared well, but had another surgery less than a year later. Thankfully, today, Paul is doing well. And Fox News Channel's Bret Baier, along with Paul and also his wife, Amy, are joining us this morning. Paul really is a miracle because the doctors told you this was like being struck by lightning.
I mean, it was very rare to have the 5 congenital heart defects all together. So when we found out, he had to have this surgery in a number of days, or otherwise he would have been, dead. And this surgery was extremely complex. Imagine operating on a heart the size of a walnut, restructuring the way the heart operates. And part of the surgery was replacing a connector, and a donated baby aorta connects his pulmonary artery with his right ventricle. So another family had to suffer ultimate loss for Paul to live, and he's had that replaced once. So he's had 2 open heart surgeries already, and we have a couple more. But he's doing fantastic, and we really apologize for the green room downstairs because it is a mess, and it is a total mess.
Oh, there's nothing that children can do that is unacceptable. It's lovely. It's lovely to see him so active. He loves to draw. He's really smart with the pens and all that. Amy, this has been a...
Look at that!
Look at that drawing.
That's a beautiful drawing,
so
Paul.
Good. This has been a heartbreak and obviously a deeply educational experience. What have you learned?
Paul, the first day Paul was born, we were told he was perfect head to toe, and on day 2 was when he was diagnosed. So I think as a parent, I think our lives are so much richer. Having gone through what we have so much greater perspective on how blessed we are. And every day is a gift with Paul, and the fact that we had to struggle to get him this healthy, I think, we count our blessings. And
here's another piece of paper.
Children's National Medical Center. We didn't even know where it was. We didn't even know where it was in Washington, and we were so fortunate to have it in our backyard. 1 out of 100 kids has some sort of congenital heart defect.
Stop right there. 1 out of 100, which is to say that many of us as parents don't realize it, or even as adults who may have it.
Well, that makes 2 million adults walking around undiagnosed with heart defects.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. And of the 1 out of 100, 43% or roughly that need to be operated within the first year. So we started this and sent out emails about our experience, and suddenly families connected through emails, and somebody is touched by what's going on.
Which is why you're here.
Exactly.
You want to send out a message. And not only should we do more to think about this and research it, but also that we need to also make sure that our kids are okay, and that even if maybe as adults we may not know, we want to make sure that we're not walking around with one of these problems.
Increased detection and awareness, and certainly selfishly we'd like to further research around congenital heart defects, as Paul has future heart surgeries ahead, but we want it to benefit other babies and children. And the oldest child with the complexity of Paul's heart defects is only 18. And years ago Paul wouldn't have made it, and now he's going to have great quality of life, and the advancements have been made, to this extent. So
and our surgeon, Dr. Richard Jonas, is really one of the best in the world, and we just really got lucky.
One of the blessings has been just seeing the kindness of others, and Tony Snow was specifically very kind to you.
He was, yeah.
And also was President George Bush.
Right. So during that time, I was chief White House correspondent, and it was, as you can imagine, pretty tough to go back to work, but I did, and it helped in one way. I got out of the hospital and put my mind in the White House. But in another way, I never left that hospital room. And Tony Snow from the podium the first day I got back said no one could know what it's like as a parent to go through this. Meantime, he was going through chemotherapy for his cancer from that podium. President Bush, on the day of our surgery, called, and we were talking to our cardiologist, and I didn't answer the phone. So we do have that voicemail now because I didn't answer.
But that'll be great for Paul as he grows up. So really, then, this is a lesson of not only endurance, but also, I suppose, great skill, we should say, for the doctors. But it's also about love. You're trying to take the love you have for Paul and to make sure other families don't suffer.
Right, exactly. And certainly we wanted to get involved with Children's National Medical Center as a way of saying thank you to his surgeon, Dr. Jonas, who saved his life, and all the other doctors and nurses. So we feel it's our duty to spread the word.
Well, you've done it this morning, Amy and Bret Baier. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
And every best wish with Paul.
Thank you very much,
Anne. Beautiful family, Bret.
Can you say bye-bye, Paul?
Thank you, Anne.
Say bye-bye.
Can you blow Anne a kiss?
No, we've just met.
Can you blow her a kiss?
We've
Can you blow
just
Anne a
met.
kiss?
It's okay. He's smiling for the camera. That's all.
Can you blow a kiss over here?
Well, he's working on that. I'll tell you, we've got much more coming up right after this.
Can you blow a kiss? Sorry, he took your paper.